everyone, it's Claire back again. As you can see, we're going to have a look at my H&M collection today. This entire collection of 19 polishes was sent to me for a combination of either Catherine, Mrs. Cronall, or from Anna Vestin. So between the two of them, they've provided me with 19 H&M polishes. But just in case you were wondering in the UK where you can get hold of H&M, I've just actually had a look online and ordered 3 more H&Ms. So clearly I like the brand, and Anna and Catherine, it seems like you've started something. So you can't unfortunately just walk into a H&M over here and buy polish like you can in Germany or Sweden and Switzerland. You have to order online. So just let me tell you what I'll show you what I've ordered online. And as you can see, the cost is, they're £3.99 each, so they're comparable to Barry M, very affordable high street brand. And the shipping is usually £3.99, but as a new customer, if you sign up to the H&M newsletter, you actually save 10% off your first purchase and you get free shipping. So I managed to knock that down from an original £15.97 for the 3 polishes to £10.77. So woohoo! Before we start, by the way, on my nails is the beautiful painted polish. Look at that. It's just a beautiful autumn crelly. Painted polish Jumpin jack-o'-lantern, which was sent to me from the wonderful Kay. Look at that. Panda Bee. I love it, Kay. Absolutely love it. And it's not textured. Well, it's textured as in you can feel the glitters. I put a top coat on this and I think you can see it smooths out great. So I'm not going to get irritated by any texture, which is wonderful. Okay, let's make a start on the H&Ms. I've got 6 blues to show you. These 2 look similar, but they're actually slightly different. Let's start with the palest first. This is the beautiful Sky High, which is a kind of cornflower blue. And I remember Lisa picking this up from when she went to Toronto. On a trip to Toronto, she managed to swing by the shops and picked up some H&Ms, and she really loved this one, and I can see why. It's beautiful, very, very bright cornflower blue. So that's Sky High. Next is this kind of turquoise, and it's more of a blue turquoise than a green turquoise, and this is Surf's Up. And as you can see, they've got these nice fat brushes. This one isn't as opaque as Sky High, but it gets opaque in 2. Brilliant formulas, really easy to apply. This one here is Catherine's favourite. This is Lapis Lazuli, which is very close to Pacific Blue. It's brilliant formulas. So that is Lapis Lazuli. And let's then go with this. I wore this one recently. This is Faded Myrtle, which I wore on the F for my October ABCs. And it's a beautiful blue-toned grey. Of course, I've managed to get something trapped in there, as always. So that's Faded Myrtle. And then these 2, which are quite similar, this one is Periwinkle, which is a deep periwinkle shade, so there's a slight bit of purple to this. Some of them are more opaque than others. They're all creams apart from one, in fact apart from 2. And this one you can see, even though it looks very similar in the bottle, this one is Thundercloud, and So you can see that this one is much deeper and it's got a slightly better formula. So this one's Periwinkle. And this is Thundercloud, which has got the secret blue shimmer in there, but unfortunately it doesn't translate to the nail. I think it's there to provide this extra added depth. But that's the blues. So next up are the greens, or the green tones, and this is a silver with a hint of green, and this is called Ataxia. I always struggle with this name. So it's very opaque. You're going to need 2 coats still for this. It's obviously a metallic, and we will come back and see if those brush strokes disappear. And then this one, which is Make a Splash, which has got again this shimmer inside. Reminds me a little bit of the For Audrey kind of shade. So that's that one. It's, Make a Splash. And then we've got this really unusual green to gold duochrome, and this is called Orchid Bee. So actually I've got more than 2 polishes that are not creams. I think I've got 4. And this is comparable to My Gecko Does Tricks. It's a similar type of polish, but it's just a little bit deeper. So that's Orchid Bee. And next up is this beautiful Tender Buds, which is a kind of ugly pretty shade. This is one that Anna sent me. And it's gorgeous. Just beautiful pale pistachio shade. Love that one. The shades that I like just completely clash with my pinky skin tone, but I don't care. I just love the shades. One of them is really close to me, like, well, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to tolerate it, but I'll get to that in a second, the Ugly Pretty. And this one is another one that I'm going to be wearing later on in the ABC. This is Olive Grove, beautiful brown camo army khaki green. And then we've got this one, which is Scarab, and it's a deep jewel toned green, a kind of blackened green with a green flash. So this one I think needs to be built up in 2 coats. Olive Grove looks like a 1-coater. And you can see, this one you can see the shimmer on the nail. And finally this green here, which is the other side. Beautiful, beautiful colour palette there, blues and greens. So I've switched to a new swatch wheel, and look at these 3, how beautiful they look together. That just looks like a nice autumn woolly scarf. I love these shades. So let's start with this one. This is another one that I'm going to be wearing soon, but I did have it in my ABCs, but I swapped it out for Playing Coy, which I have only worn once, but I might end up swapping it back in because this really is a true untried, and this is Potpourri. And oh, look at that. Really pretty, a kind of ashy, muted, greyed out lilac, lavender. It's kind of a purpley grey. Beautiful, beautiful shade. And that's Potpourri. This one here, which is a grey autumn shade, this is the Governess that was sent to me by Catherine, which made me laugh because she is a teacher. And this is a great kind of mulberry berry tone for the autumn. Beautiful. And finally, this is the one that I did actually swatch, this Golden Turmeric. I love this shade, but it just doesn't love me. It made my pinky hands just look like lobster hands. So I'm going to give this another go. However, I've got a feeling I'm probably going to be using it more in like nail art. Those three I think would look great as a gradient together. So that's those three, that's Golden Turmeric, and then we move on to the three neutrals that I have. And these two were both sent to me by Catherine. This one is Silk Cocoon, and this one is quite sheer and there's a kind of pearlescent finish to it. But it's a very nice creamy neutral shade. Then we have this one here, which is Shearling, and it's a very pale faded khaki green with a goldy green shimmer. Yeah, and you can see the shimmer. So some of them you can see the shimmer, some you can't. Those that Thundercloud, unfortunately you can't. But that's the two neutrals. And finally, this is the one that we've all been talking about. This is Space Race, and this is the only one that I've got that's got the name on the bottom. I don't know if that means it's a newer one or an older one. I'm not sure. And Anna was kind enough to send this across to me. And this is a super blingy holographic silver. And you can see straight away, even before it starts to dry down. So I'm going to do a quick second coat on everything and we can come back and take a closer look. Okay, so not all of them needed a second coat actually, but the ones that did, I have applied a second coat. So this one here is Sky High. This is Surf's Up. This one is Lapis Lazuli. This is Faded Myrtle. This one is Periwinkle and Thundercloud. Ataraxia. And those brush strokes did die down a little bit, but they're still there, just a little. This one is Make a Splash. Orchid Bee, which doesn't have any brush strokes. This is Olive Grove. Scarab deepened up considerably on the second coat, so it's exactly what you get in the bottle. And I also needed to put a second coat on the other side. And the neutrals and autumn shades, look at this, how holographic this is, it's amazing. And that's Space Race. Shearling. Silk Cocoon, Golden Turmeric, Governess, and finally Potpourri. So I hope you've enjoyed my rundown of my wonderful H&M polishes. Again, thank you to Anna and to Catherine. Wonderful polishes, great brand, great brush, great formula. I've got 3 more on the way and I will do a little mini haul when they arrive. But yeah, if you're in the UK and you're ordering online, don't forget that little hack, which is you can sign up for the newsletter. You can always cancel that later, but you do get your 10% off and free shipping. I'll link the website as well down below. Thanks for watching everyone, see you in the next one, bye!